guys, this is just a random chat and one of those videos where I just wanted to share my thoughts with people because I think it's important. If anyone wants to hear what I've got to say, then obviously please keep listening. But in the last few years, maybe, there's been a lot in the media about like paedophiles, and there's been a lot in the media about girls that are vulnerable, and there's been a lot in the media about online stalking and online grooming and things like that. So I've been watching, over the years, been watching documentaries about that kind of stuff. I've been watching a lot of Stacey Dooley's documentaries that she does about these things, where she goes to different countries and figures out like about sex trafficking. And there are just some really disgusting people in the world. There are really disgusting, horrible people that are just taking advantage of children and don't really care. And for whatever reason, they have this disgusting, sick fantasy about young children. I just think it's disgusting. And I feel like people need to be responsible for themselves. And if an older guy tries to talk to you inappropriately on the internet, then it's probably going to end really, really badly. So if you are like a young girl that goes on the internet and goes onto chat rooms and talks to older guys and likes the attention, I don't know how to put this like bluntly, but he probably doesn't actually like you. That's really awful thing to say. And if you are underage and someone is inappropriate towards you and you're not comfortable with it, then you need to tell somebody. Recently I've been watching Stinson on YouTube, and he's this like incredible guy that I don't know where he got the idea from. Like, I was watching some of his videos trying to figure out where he got the idea from. I think he took the idea from like some Australian guy that did a similar thing. But he was trying to catch paedophiles and then film it so the whole world could see like what the paedophile looked like. So what he did is he went online, he acted like a 14-year-old girl, 13-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl. He would allow older men to talk to them, and he would come across as the character of like a 12-year-old girl. He wouldn't pursue anything. He would just kind of be quite reserved and let them do all the talking. So when you look back on it, you can see that it was them that tried to initiate everything. They would ask to meet up with him, and obviously they thought he was like a young, vulnerable girl. And when the meetup came, he would obviously take a filming set and he would take his camera and he would like record the meeting. So most of them obviously see him and see a camera and then just deny everything and say that they're meeting someone completely different. A lot of the times he does tell people online, I'm pretty sure he tells people online that he is only a 14-year-old girl. So obviously the majority of people would suddenly be uninterested and stop talking to them. But the paedophiles obviously just carry on. And this is this guy's way of trying to catch, name and shame these paedophiles. And I kind of have a lot of respect to him. I don't know what made him like relate to that, and I don't know what made him do that. But I think just a really valuable lesson to learn, because there are lots of vulnerable girls out there. The idea of grooming is they make you feel really, really special. I've never been in this situation. I'm not talking from experience. I'm just talking from when I was younger and stupid. And yeah, I would go on the internet and I would go into chat rooms and you would get people like talking to you in a really dirty, derogatory way. In those situations, obviously, I would just ignore them. But some people are really clever. Like, some people will groom you. They'll make you feel special. They'll make you feel amazing. They'll make you feel like the most amazing person, the most beautiful person, the most unique person they've ever met. And it's just a ploy to take advantage of you. And the whole like Jimmy Savile thing even like completely disgusts me. There was a program on iPlayer not too long ago called like The Abuse or something like that, and it was the story of people that had come into contact with Jimmy Savile and the things that he did. And honestly, I can't believe there are people in the world that are attracted to children. I think it's just a very sick thing, and I feel like if you are like a parent, you need to be completely aware of what your child is doing. You need to go on the history. You need to see what they're looking at on the internet, because the internet is a really scary place. You can pretty much see anything on the internet. You can see the most inappropriate things. You can be contacted by the most inappropriate people. The internet is a really scary place. And I feel like children should be educated at school that these things can happen. They could potentially be groomed. And I feel like the internet is just a way for another way for these like seedy people to get their kicks, as disgusting as it sounds. I don't really know why I'm making this video. I think I just wanted to point out that there are horrible people in the world and there are horrible things that go on in the world, and there needs to be more people like Stinson Hunter, and I really hope he sees this video because I think he's amazing and I would absolutely love to help him in one of his, like, you know, I'd love to help what he does because I think he's amazing. People just need to be really careful. Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to people that you don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. Just the internet is a really creepy place, and I think people should just be completely aware of who they're talking to. I think I'm making this video because I know I have so many younger viewers. Obviously, if you're in your 30s, this video is completely irrelevant to you because you already know all this. But if you're like a 12 or 13-year-old girl and you're watching this and you're talking to this older person that is way too old to be your boyfriend and you feel special, it's probably that he's not actually interested in you. He just has a fetish for younger girls. I don't really know. I can't get into the mindset of somebody that thinks like that. So I don't generally know what goes through their head, but I can't get in the mindset. I just know that it's wrong. Guys should not be trying to meet up with you alone when you're really, really young. When you're a teenager, guys should not be trying to meet up with you. Like, it's just not right. People that you don't know, especially, sorry, I'm just like yawning away at my own video. People that are much older than you, like, it's really scary. And they could lie to you about anything. They could lie to you about how old they are. They could even tell you that they're a girl. Like, they could even pretend to be female and they want to be your friend. I mean, I just think the whole thing is a little bit shady. Please don't do it. Just be safe. And if you have a mobile phone and you're that age, like, please just have your friends' contact details in your phone and the police. Have like the police on speed dial and have your parents on speed dial. You should not have any other random people's numbers on your phone because it's just, the world is just too dangerous nowadays. And I don't know what's made me think of this kind of stuff. The stuff on TV that you see is quite scary. The people in the world are very scary. And I feel like people just need to look after themselves and look after their children. And I don't know, I'm just rambling now. I don't really have anything useful to say. I don't want people to be victims to these awful people in the world. So whether it's like rape, whether it's grooming, I just feel like there are so many awful people in the world that do whatever they do because they've got a different mentality to the majority of normal people in the world. And I just feel like people need to be aware that not everyone's really nice. So that is it. It was just a ramble. I didn't really have anything to say that was useful, but just be careful. This is like another one of those advice type videos I did, and I did one about rape and then people hated me because they thought I was victim blaming. No, I'm not. I'm not really doing that. I'm just saying there are really horrible people in the world, and especially if you're very, very young, you're very, very vulnerable. Like, that's all I can say. You're very vulnerable. And people can make you feel however they want you to feel because they're older and they've done it before and they're like disgusting paedophiles. And I'm not sure, it's just like a paedophile rant. I'm not sure. But Stinson Hunter, if you are watching this, I think you are phenomenal and I would love to do something to like support the stuff that you do because I think you're incredible. Thank you very much. I will see you guys next video, and please share this if you know someone that is talking to somebody inappropriate that is older than them. They are going to get kidnapped, they could get raped, they could get killed, they could get, anything could happen to them. Spread the word, like, look after yourselves. That is all I've got to say. Love you lots.